Hi, this is Chris, and welcome to your Business Bud. The financial education we're going to tackle today is the key that can unlock your financial freedom. Have you ever asked yourself why other successful and wealthy people continue to get rich even when there's a crisis? What makes them different from ordinary people? This is because of this financial education topic I'm going to share to you today. There are many reasons why other people remain poor and there are people who continue to get rich. But I believe that a person's success or failure is not a sudden event. It is a result of their habits and, of course, financial education. Speaker and author Brian Tracy said, "Successful people are simply those with successful habits." That is, the result of a successful person is only a reflection of his or her habits because if you examine carefully, 95% of a person's behavior consists of his or her habits. The rich person today had rich habits then, while the poor person had poor habits. One is the master of his habits, while the other is the slave. Here's the question. If you apply the same habits of the rich, will you also be rich? Yes, there is a very good chance that you'll also be rich, and it's a good timing that you came to our channel because today we will talk about the 7 habits of rich people. I suggest you watch all the habits I will mention today and list them as well. And remember, together we can. Habit number 1. The rich have priority every day. Aside from waking up early, the common behavior of rich people is to write down their priorities. This is where all the success they have starts because even if they haven't acted yet, they already know what their target is. They ask themselves, what is the one thing that they can do now that has a positive impact on their goal? Unlike most people, if you ask what their priority is, their answer is, I don't know. Or if they are doing something, it is not related to their goal. So if you want to get rich, make it a habit to write down your priority every day. Write down what your goal is. Also, write down the required action you will take to fulfill it. And here's a great way on how to start your day. First, write down everything you plan to do. Second, according to the activities you wrote, which of them are not important or you can cancel. And third, after you cancel an activity, ask yourself what is the thing that will make you rich or the thing that if you do now, you're one step closer to your dream or goal. What is the 20% of your activity that will yield 80% of your achievements? Start doing this activity until you get used to it and see what big improvement will happen. There is a study about it that a habit is formed in 2 months or 66 days to be exact when you do it every day. So start writing down your priority when you wake up every morning and take action so that you will succeed. Habit number 2. The rich read every day. 88% of wealthy people take the time to read every day so that they can further improve their skills. That is the study done by the author Thomas Corley, in which he followed 177 self-made millionaires daily for 5 years. There are many factors why a person needs to read if he wants to succeed and get rich. This is where you can get the good knowledge of successful people. So if you have a goal you want to achieve, you just find a book written by someone who already has achievement on the same goal you have. If you want to increase the sales percentage of your business this year, find a book about sales and marketing. If you want to be good at dealing with other people, read books whose topic is about social interaction and leadership, or classic books like How to Win Friends and Influence People, or John Maxwell's books about leadership. You must develop the habit of reading because here you can expand your knowledge and outlook on life. There's also a saying, the more you learn, the more you earn. Like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, there was a student who asked the two of them that if they can choose a superpower, what would they choose? Their answer is the same, to be able to read fast. They know the value of reading. There is a report that Warren Buffett reads 5 to 6 hours every day, while Bill Gates reads 50 books a year. Also, ask yourself now how much time you're willing to devote each day to reading. If people 10 times more successful than you have done it, there's no reason you shouldn't do it. Habit number 3. The rich pay themselves first. There's a book entitled The Richest Man in Babylon. This is the story of the richest man in Babylon named Arkad. The king called him and asked him to teach his countrymen how to become wealthy. He happily agreed and he began to teach. He approached a man and asked what his job was. He found out that this man was selling eggs, so he asked him again, if you only sell 90% of the eggs every day and then you just store the leftovers, what will happen to the leftover eggs over time? We all know the answer. It'll overflow the container. The principle shared by Arkad is called pay yourself first. This is to save a percentage or part of your income before you spend. If you make it a habit now, you will definitely have money to save that can be invested in future investment opportunities. And by the way, if you want to increase your knowledge when it comes to saving money, watch our video about saving again. Click the link on the upper right notification, and I'll also leave the link on the description below. Also, if you're new to our channel, please consider subscribing so that you're always updated on our financial education content. Thank you so much. Habit number 4. The rich don't spend beyond their income. Have you ever tried to spend more than your income? Or do you buy something which is equal to 3 months of your salary? If you do this regularly, you won't be able to save. If you don't have savings, you cannot invest. And if you don't have investments, no money will work for you. This is perhaps the worst habit when it comes to money. This is called lifestyle inflation, where your income increases and your expenses also increase. This mistake is very common when it comes to money. Often, the victims here are those who do not have big goals in life. But don't let this happen to you. There is a better tomorrow waiting for you if you will make decisions now to do the things that will help you succeed financially. The real goal of the rich on why they strive to increase their income is freedom and not praise from other people. Did you know that Walmart founder Sam Walton lives in an ordinary house and drives a pickup truck, even though there is a news that he was the richest man in America in the 90s? Pickup truck and not Rolls-Royce, even though he already has a net worth of $180 billion. So, if your income increases, think of Sam Walton. Don't raise your expenses. Instead, increase your savings and other investments. As Robert Kiyosaki once said, it's not about how much money you make, but how much money you keep. Habit number 5. The rich have a network of fellow rich people. If we can compare our brain, it's like a land because whatever you choose to plant in it, it will grow. Our brain will receive information around us whether it's good or bad. The same goes for the people around you. If your friends have high dreams, have good habits, and invest in their self-improvement, you can imitate them too. So if you want to know the quality of your future, find out the qualities of your friends right now. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. The saying is true that you're a product of your environment. Our thinking, habits, outlook on life, and the things we believe are shaped by our surroundings. What is the common line you hear from your parents when it comes to money? How about your friends? How do they handle money? If you will look into yourself closely, you probably have the same traits because it's not just viruses or diseases that are contagious, but also the mindset. Having wealthy friends is one of your keys to success because they'll share the knowledge they have a solution to every problem, and most of all, they'll push you up so that you can succeed as well. Habit number 6. The rich have long-term thinking. Unexpectedly, a big crisis happened last year and still going on up to this day. Many businesses closed and people lost their jobs. But do you know who is ready for such events? Those people who have long-term mindset. This is one of the common habits of the rich. They always think about what will happen in the future so that they can prepare for it. As the saying goes, hope for the best, expect the worst. What about you? What do you plan for next year? Do you want to improve the quality of your life? You know, the poor don't care about questions like that. They just always work and they just let themselves be victims of events. Entrepreneur Grant Cardone says he writes down his goal every day when he wakes up in the morning and before he goes to bed at night. He does this so that he always remembers his target, especially in the time he will experience a trial. He used long-term thinking to focus on the goal and not on trials or mistakes. So, set long-term goals now. Goals you want to achieve 5 years from now. Then you also create a system that will help you achieve your goals. Habit number 7. The rich are persistent. Everyone experiences big trials in life. Some gave up, others continue. But the number one attitude of successful people is being persistent. No matter how many times they fall or stumble, they continue to rise to accomplish whatever their goals are. They believe that you can always get whatever you're willing to fight for. In real life, it's not always the smart or the talented who succeed. It's the people who have persistence. Let's just say that Mark Zuckerberg wasn't the first one to think of the concept of Facebook, but because he had persistence, he was still the one who succeeded in the end. Similarly, in the case of McDonald's founder Ray Kroc, he was just a salesman of milkshake machines before he met the first and real owners of McDonald's. The McDonald brothers started well, but they chose to keep the business small, while Ray Kroc had a view that McDonald's could be expanded worldwide. He took the challenge that the McDonald brothers aren't willing to take. In the end, Ray Kroc succeeded because he had persistence. If you're having difficulties right now, don't be disappointed. Just go ahead and fulfill your dreams no matter what. I hope you've learned something important today. Thank you so much for watching, and may all your dreams come true. Bye for now.